Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're logging in from today. Dave Miller, President of eMAM. Thanks for joining us on one of our Chalkless talks. We have regular presentations on workflow, what's new in the system, recent developments, and so forth. So we have these 10 to 15 minutes every Wednesday. So excited to share some of the developments we have in the light client interface and how that's working. Uh, we'll record today's session. We can send you a recording and let us know if you want to copy the PowerPoint or any other questions. But I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Rincy Abraham, and she's going to present today some of the new things in eMAM and in the client interface. Thanks so much.
Thank you, David. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Chalkless Talk session. My name is Rincy Abraham, and in my previous Chalkless Talks, I had provided an overview of the newly launched eMAM client interface. Today, I'll be walking you through some exciting new features introduced in the eMAM client interface. So these enhancements are basically designed to make everyday media management tasks more efficient, saving you a lot of time and effort. So here's the agenda for today's session. We'll begin with a quick overview of the new feature list and the key benefits they provide. Then we'll look into each feature like eBin, comments, markers, subclips, transcript, themes, and finally we'll move into a short demo to see how these features function. So let's look into what are the new features added, starting with eBin, which is used for sharing the assets, comments, which are used for collaborative review, markers for timestamp annotations, subclips for creating reusable clips or segments, transcript for viewing the transcripts of the AI indexed assets, and finally, themes for personalized user experience. So before diving into each feature, let's understand the value they bring in. Organizations handle large volumes of media content on a daily basis, and users need faster ways to locate, review, share, and collaborate on these assets. So these new features help with faster content discovery through transcripts, markers, and subclips, etc. Better collaboration using comments and sharing tools, improved review and approval process with timestamp based feedback, personalized user experience through different themes that has been introduced. And finally, with eMAM client interface, as you know, you will always get a WCAG compliant user experience. So let's start with the first feature, that's eBin. Think of eBin as a cart for media assets. Users can temporarily collect all the assets they are interested in and perform actions on them later. This eliminates the need for repeatedly searching for the same assets and simplifies sharing multiple assets at once. So there are basically two options to share these assets. First one is eShare. This allows the users to generate a shareable link or distribute the assets through supported social media platforms like LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Outlook, email, etc. Another option is eSend. So eSend enables users to send the selected assets directly through email. The next feature is comments. Comments feature allows users to add comments or feedback directly against the specific timestamps within the asset. So instead of sending feedback through emails or chats, reviewers can leave the comment exactly where the issue or the observation occurs in the video. And this helps in the review and approval process. For example, a reviewer can comment, replace the shot at a precise timestamp and make the editing process much more efficient. Another feature is marker. So markers help users identify and highlight important moments within audio and video files. So unlike comments, which are often used for discussions and feedback, markers are typically used for quick reference points, which can be easily searched And this makes it much easier to revisit those important sections without manually searching through the content. So users can make these markers as public or private based on their choice. Subclips. Another feature is subclip. A subclip is virtual clip that is created from a master clip. Users can define the in and out points to isolate a section of media without modifying the original file. So in this way, you can reuse these important contents segments whenever that they are needed. For example, if you have a 1 hour interview and you only need 30-second highlight from that video, you can create a subclip and use it independently, keeping the original media intact. Next is transcript feature. So this is basically for all the AI indexed assets. Users can immediately access the automatically generated transcripts directly within the eMAM client interface. Users can search for the spoken words or phrases and navigate quickly to the relevant section. So this definitely improves the content discovery and reduces the time spent to manually review the footages. Our next enhancement focuses on user experience, and that is themes. Not all users prefer the same visual experience, so themes allows users to personalize how you want to view your eMAM client interface. As you know, eMAM client interface follows WCAG accessibility principles, helping users achieve better readability, contrast, and usability. So users can choose between different modes like light mode or dark mode. In addition to that, eMAM also offers multiple color themes that you can choose from, like dark teal theme. This is the dark teal theme, or it can be a neutral theme like this one. Next is dark red theme, dark blue theme, and the other one is A11Y theme. And these themes focus on accessibility and improved visibility for users with different viewing needs. Okay, so now that we have looked into each feature conceptually, let's look them in action. During the demo, I'll show you how to add and share the assets using eBin, how to create and view comments, how to add markers, subclips, view transcripts, and switch between themes. So let's just jump in. Okay, so this is the eMAM client interface. Users can log in with the eMAM credentials. And once you're logged in, you will see this home page, and the browse panel will display all the assets in eMAM. So I'll start with different themes that are available. So just click on the user icon, and over here you can see 5 different themes that are available. So this is the dark teal theme. This one is the neutral theme, dark red, dark blue, and A11Y theme. And like I mentioned, you have 2 different modes you can switch from, light mode, and this is the dark mode. So I personally prefer this dark teal theme, so I'll just switch to that. Okay, so the next we can see the comments, markers, and subclips feature. So I'm just click on any asset, and as you can see, asset window opens up on the right side. For every asset, you will find details tab, which displays the basic details of an asset. Metadata tab displays the custom metadata. These are the new 3 features that have been introduced. First is comments. As you can see, it will display the comments that has been added by a particular user. And suppose if you want to add any comment, you can review the video, and suppose you want to add any comment at this point, you just click on this, and you can, on that particular timestamp, you can add a comment. And click on save. So your comments are saved over here. So you definitely have option to change, edit this comment, or maybe you can also delete it. So this helps in the sharing feedback and a collaborative review and approval process. Next is the markers tab. For the video and audio assets, you can create markers. So this is an already created marker. And similarly, when you can create markers, just play the video. This is the marker icon, just click on it and you will automatically, you will see the time code is captured. You can enter the title and give the description, and you also have option to make it public or private. Suppose if you want to keep it private, the mark only to yourself, you can make it private, or if you want other users to see in the system, you can make it public and then save it. So these are the markers that are available for the assets, and when you click on these markers, automatically it will I mean the type code, it will automatically take you to that particular section in that video. Next is subclips. So like I mentioned, this is an already created subclip. You can view all the subclips that has been created over here. So it has both the in and out times. And if you want to create a subclip, just play the video. This is the in and out. You can choose, and you can enter the title. Set in and set out is already captured. Give the description and click on save. You can edit and delete subclips if required. So these are the comments, markers, and subclip features that has been introduced newly in the eMAM client interface. Another one is transcript. Before that, I'll just search for asset that has been indexed by an AI engine. So this is my asset. When I click on the asset, it is displayed over here. So, and on the top right hand corner, you can see this icon. This is the transcript icon. When you click on it, the transcript panel opens up. So since this asset is already AI indexed, you can see all the spoken words or the transcripts listed for this particular asset. So this in this, you can see this AI engine is video indexer, and AI video indexer supports these different languages. And if you select, say this is Arabic, English, French, Russian. So if you select French, automatically the transcripts get translated to that particular language. So I'm just switching back to English. OCR option is also there. Just click on OCR and it will display the text that are um, displayed in the this particular asset. So this is all about, and another great feature is you can search within the transcript. Suppose you want to look for a specific word that was spoken in the this particular video. Maybe you can just type it in the search bar, and automatically all the transcript which has that keyword is displayed over here. And when you click on this, the player will automatically take you to that position where that word was spoken. Or so that's how easy it is to find a particular point and do the review the footages as required. So this is all about transcript. Now let's finally look into our eBin. So eBin, as you can see on the top right hand corner, there is this icon of a basket and the number of, and a number displayed over here. So this means the three assets are there in this eBin basket. So when you click on this basket, you can see there are three assets. And there are different, it's easy to add assets to eBin or remove it. You can either click on in the browse panel, just click on this plus icon, and the assets are, so that is already there. So let me just choose another one. Okay, I'll add this. So that asset is added to eBin basket. And if you want to remove any asset, you can just click on this minus sign and automatically remove. So another way to add assets is you can just easily drag and drop the asset to the eBin basket. Okay, so this is already there. Okay, so this is how easy it is to add and delete, remove assets from the eBin basket. So once you have all the assets that you require, you can share it with different people. And there are two different sharing options, like I mentioned, e-share and e-send. So let's do an e-share. We'll generate a link. It can be shared via LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or maybe an Outlook mail exchange or something. But then here I'm going to generate a link. Let's enter a title for the e-share. Enter the description. You can you have option to set the expiry date. So if you if you want this link to expire at any particular time, you can just set the date from the choose the date from the calendar, but I just don't want to do that. And you can also set the access limit as to how many times this link can be accessed. Other than that, there are different features you can give to that recipient. Download is enabled by default. If you enable login, the user will be asked to log in, and then you can give them an option to marker, comment, subclip, autoplay, whatever options you want to give. Based on what options you give them, that the user or the recipient will have those options. So now I'm going to click on this to generate a link. So the link is generated. I'll just you can share that link. So now the user will be asked to log in with the user credentials. So just log in. The user can log in, and this is how the recipient will see the assets. So these are the 4 assets that were shared with this user. That user has the option to enter comments, subclips, markers, add markers, and also share and download options are there for the user. So now let's look into eSend option. So in eSend, you can send these assets via email. So just key in the email address to a single recipient or maybe a multiple recipient. You can enter the email address, the subject line, and the other options remain the same. You can set the access limit, the expiry date, and the features like comments, whether you want to give a download, comment, forward option. So just set all those things and just click on send. So an email has been sent. So let me just check if I can show you that email once I receive it. Okay, so I have received that email. So this is the email. I'll copy the link and I'll try to open the link. When the recipient tries to open it, they will view the same again. It's going to be the same view. They will see the number of assets. They'll have option to comment, download based on whatever options we have shared it with the recipient. So this is how easy it is to share the assets, be it through eShare or eSend. So this is all about the new features that we have introduced in eMAM client interface. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you.
Great, thanks a lot, Rincy. Yeah, let me look through the questions. Yeah, a lot of these features were in the director interface. Again, the client interface is for external people, and basic tools. But these are some of the features our customers asked us to put, add to the lightweight client interface. And let's see, these are all in the newer versions. So if you're working on an old version, need an update, let us know. And trying to see if there's any other unanswered questions. I think we've answered most of them. We have a really cool ingest tool we're going to show next week, and then we have upcoming webinars with Zen Data, and then a combined one with S News and Playbox Neo coming up next month. This month's pretty much done, and hope to see you at the fall shows. There's one in Brazil, there's one in India, there's one in Amsterdam, and there's one in New York City. So let us know, and our website has partners where you can contact us directly. Thanks so much for your time today, and have a great day. Thanks, Rincy. Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.